Mhm. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and say and spell your name.
So it's Raphael Tolino, Raphael, T as in Tom, Ulino, and IRS spokesperson or spokesman here in San Diego.
Very well. And today we're talking about the Dirty Dozen. That you guys released an annual report naming some of the top scams. And what are we dealing with this time?
So the Dirty Dozen's an annual list of scams that are being seen in previous years, a list of the most prominent, if you will. So you're still seeing a lot of texts, emails, not as many phone calls, but more of what we're calling vishing, which is voice-related calls being left and that kind of a thing. But the bottom line is, under no circumstances the IRS reach out of the blue via random text, a phone call, an email, alerting you to a refund or a survey or a probe or something related to the pandemic, like you can get more economic impact payments if you just click on this link. All those things are scammers using the IRS as a lure, as a carrot, if you will, to get you to respond. And so ignore those things, delete them, and just understand IRS not doing business that way. We do business the old-fashioned way for the most part, and that's sending letters through the mail, not random texts and phone calls through other.
And sometimes they even like make threats, like family members, oh, something, somebody owes money, or it's something personal that can get you, right?
Right. So you're preying on people's vulnerabilities by saying you are part of this probe or something like that. What we're seeing last year is things related to the pandemic. So all the different tax provisions, the economic impact payments, lots of texts being sent by the bad guys. I imagine if you click on the text, a link in a text, it can download some malware perhaps onto your phone. That's more computer related, but then perhaps even more is they're asking for personal intrusive information from you to provide you with this bogus economic impact payment, that kind of a thing. But other things you're seeing the same kind of things, return preparer fraud and schemes being perpetuated by bad people in that regard, the bad guys, if you will, and you getting left holding the bag, if you will, with a bogus tax return. It crosses a wide, some of these are getting more sophisticated as well. And so what you want to do is just to keep your antenna up. And if something sounds like it's too good to be true, be it from IRS or any legitimate other agency that's reaching out to you by phone and asking you for something that doesn't seem right, probably a scam.
All right, that's good information, especially since I think, we get calls here at the station all the time asking about that, particularly the texts one. I don't know why people still think that the IRS is going to, contact them via a text.
No text. And really any legitimate agency like ours or any legitimate business is not going to reach out to you proactively and ask you or threaten you with something or ask you for personal information like bank account information or passwords. Chances are that's a scammer, some of the bad guys out there looking to use that kind of a connection to get you to provide that information to them. So, don't fall prey to that. It's bogus.
And the COVID and the pandemic, it has made people more vulnerable. And like you said, a new kind of scam, people thinking that they're going to get some sort of extra or different or more stimulus money. And that's just not the way it works.
Right. And just as individuals are vulnerable, if you will, hopefully not falling prey, but, can get these emails and texts and things, so are businesses and tax professionals. And there's a whole different style of ruses, if you will, for tax pros and that kind of thing. So we urge tax professionals and businesses to protect themselves with the most updated information and virus protection and all those things that you want to do to keep your computer and yourself safe, because the bad guys are out there, and the best defense is for you as an individual business or tax pro is to protect yourself from them and understand that's just part of, unfortunately, doing business these days.
Excellent. That seems like a good place to stop. Thank you.